Hello, it's Saturday the 13th of October. In this video I'm just going to look at the latest Thunderball result to see if any of the numbers could have been predicted and see if I can predict any more numbers for tonight's draw. Now, the result for draw 2320 was these numbers. The machine used was machine 6, set of balls 7. Nobody won the jackpot. And this is a chart summarising the full draw history for all machines and sets of balls. And before the last draw, it looked like this. And these are the numbers that came out. Oops, put that in the wrong place. That should have been there. Right, now it makes sense. So, what we find is that the most frequent Thunderball, number 3, is the one that came out. Now if we look at numbers paired with Thunderball number 3, and just focus on the main numbers, then we get this chart, and that's where the winning numbers were on that chart. So quite unpredictable because they weren't outstanding very much on that. Now the machine that was used was machine 6. And if we look at a chart for that machine, then it turns out that main number 31 was predictable because it was the most overdue for its frequency. And also I've got 22 on the edge of that chart. So if we look at numbers paired with 31, and if we look at all machines and sets of balls, then it turns out that main number 22 is most frequent with 31, so it was predictable for that reason. And we've also got on the chart 4 numbers paired with 22, the same in reverse, 31 most frequent with 22. So if we look at 22 and Thunderball number 3 together, then 31 is now most overdue for its frequency with 22 and Thunderball number 3. So let's see if any of the other numbers on this chart. So we've got number 20 on the edge of the chart, and so if we look at 22 and 31 together, then you can see that number 7 was one of the 2 most overdue numbers on that chart to be paired with 22 and 31. Now if we look at a chart for number 7, there we get that. If we include the Thunderballs, there's number 3, second most frequent. So anyway, if we look at set of balls 7, then what we find is this. Now if we look at numbers paired with 31 on that chart, you can see 20 near the edge, 7's second most frequent. If we look at 22 and set a ball 7, then we get that one. Now if we look at main number 7 and set a ball 7, it looks like that. So let's see what we can get from Thunderball number 3 and set a ball 7. So not much outstanding on that. So if we narrow it down to machine 6 and set a ball 7 together, then let's see where the winning numbers were on that chart. That's where they were. So it was quite unpredictable. Now if we narrow it down to just the 2 machines and 4 sets of balls that are in use at the moment, oh yeah, I noticed that 22 is most frequent with machines 5 and 6 combined as well. And we've got Thunderball number 3 most frequent with those 2 as well. Now the sets of balls that they're using at the moment are sets 5, 6, 7 and 8. So let's have a look what we could have predicted from that. Right, so looking at the current trend, we get this chart, and if we look at numbers paired with number 7 on that chart, then we get that. Paired with number 20. Look at numbers paired with 18. Let's try 31. Nothing on that. Finally 22. So none of them really stand out as being predictable from that. So if we go back to all machines and sets of balls, if we look at number 18, then we've got 31 most overdue for its frequency with number 18. So if we look at 31, you can see 18 is on the edge of that chart. You can see 22 is most frequent, but 18 is on the edge of that one to occur with 31. So if we look at 22 and 31 together, so we've got 7 most overdue. Now if we look at main number 31, Thunderball number 3 together, Then we get that. Say number 18 is one of the most frequent. So we've got 3 and 22. 31 most overdue for its frequency. So, apart from 18 and 20, most of the numbers were almost predictable. But anyway, in conclusion, now that those numbers have come out, if we narrow it down to the current trend, and then let's see what the chart looks like now. That's what it looks like. And if we look at the Thunderballs, you can see number 8 is the most outstanding for two reasons, because it's most overdue and most overdue for its frequency. And of course there's always been 14 Thunderballs. We can look at the full draw history, and when we do that, maybe 11 is more outstanding than number 8. But I'm sticking with number 8 anyway, because I think the recent history is more relevant. And if we look at all machines and sets of balls, and include the main numbers, the most outstanding ones are 25, 29 and 30. So I'm going to pick those numbers and Thunderball number 8, and when we go back to the current trend, then you can see that what stands out the most on this chart for the main numbers is main number 8, because it's one of the most frequent, second most overdue and most overdue for its frequency. And then to go with these numbers, see number 8, main number 8 is good with Thunderball number 8 as well. And basically I'm just going to pick the same numbers as what I picked last time, because none of them came out, so I'll just put them on again. So yeah, anyway, that's most of my numbers for the next draw. Good luck picking your numbers. That concludes this video. Bye for now.